Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack the absolute profound depth of ancient Egyptian thought. We're going to completely reframe how you look at this ancient culture, proving that their civilization wasn't just, a random collection of myths and heavy monuments. No, it was actually an intricate, highly advanced system of cosmic order. So think about this for a second. What on earth connects the mathematical geometry of a massive stone megalith, a cosmic force that literally binds the universe together, and a terrifying tribunal of 42 underworld judges? I mean, on the surface, math, magic, and underworld trials seem like entirely different things, right? Well, in the ancient Egyptian worldview, they're intimately linked. We're going to explore exactly how these seemingly totally separate concepts actually form a single, unified theory of reality. You see, the ancient Egyptians built a framework that applied perfect harmony to the whole shebang: physical architecture, the living universe, and the moral afterlife. They didn't silo off science, religion, and magic the way we do today. For them, it was all one continuous fabric of order. And as you'll see, understanding this framework gives us a startling look into the actual roots of Western philosophy.
Part 1. Decoding the Great Pyramid, the Monumental Math.
Modern misconceptions often reduce the Great Pyramids to mere tombs built through sheer brute force. But honestly, that completely misses their true mathematical grandeur. As architectural researcher Eckhart R. Schmitz points out, the measurements of the Great Pyramid were intentionally designed to impart geodetic, astronomical, and astrophysical knowledge. It's a literal repository of high-level mathematics. Okay, get a load of this. By analyzing the pyramid in its original units of measure, the royal cubit and the pyramid inch, research reveals that the builders possessed hard, quantifiable astronomical knowledge. We are talking about equations for the exact speed of light, the mass and density of the Earth, and even the escape velocity you'd need to break free from Earth's gravitational field. That is absolutely wild. This isn't just guesswork. It's precise, deliberate mathematical encoding. And they anchored those abstract astrophysical numbers directly into the physical structure. The ascending passage, the grand gallery, the king's chamber, every angle, every girdle stone and corridor length is part of a massive geometric circuit. They essentially map the cosmos onto physical stone. Part 2. Heka, the cosmic force. Now, transitioning from physical laws, let's talk about the metaphysical. Today, thanks to later Western traditions, when we hear the word magic, we usually think of parlor tricks, fraud, or even witchcraft and malevolence. But to the ancient Egyptians, magic, which they called Heka, was the very physics and life force of creation itself. It wasn't good or evil. It was just a neutral, all-pervading force totally comparable to the laws of nature. The hieroglyphics for Heka actually reveal its true nature beautifully. It's written with a twisted rope symbol and the Ka, those two upward-pointing arms representing vital life essence. Heka was a natural, cohesive power used by the creator god Atum to physically form the universe. Literally everything, gods, humans, plants, the earth itself, was made of Heka. It was the cosmic glue holding reality together. Egyptologist Robert Rittner sums this up perfectly. He notes, at the stroke of a word, magic penetrates the Ka, or vital essence of any element in creation, and invests it with power, either generative or destructive. Heka was the ultimate tool. A priest, a midwife, or even the gods themselves could harness it to bring a child safely into the world or to thwart massive cosmic chaos, like the sun god battling the mythical serpent Apophis every single night. It was the ultimate mechanism of cosmic order. Part 3. The 42 Judges of Ma'at. Now, let's apply this cosmic order to human morality. The number 42 is absolutely central to the Egyptian afterlife. It represents the exact count of minor deities, known as the assessors of Ma'at, who were charged with judging the specific sins of the dead. Ma'at was the deification of truth, justice, and cosmic order, and these 42 judges were there to ensure you had lived your life in strict accordance with it. Okay, picture this. You've just died. The god Anubis is guiding you to a highly structured tribunal known as the psychostasia. There, you had to face those 42 judges and recite the negative confessions, basically declaring that you did not commit a highly specific list of sins. Then came the ultimate test. Your actual heart was weighed on a scale against the feather of Ma'at. If it balanced perfectly, you achieved eternal life. But if your heart was heavy with sin, it was devoured by a terrifying monster named Ammit, and you just ceased to exist. What's honestly so surprising and kind of funny is the everyday nature of these confessions.
Imagine having to look at Nebmot, the Pale One, and swear up and down you hadn't been an eavesdropper or a babbler, or having to tell Curdy you hadn't been overly sullen. It wasn't just about avoiding major crimes like murder. It was about everyday, ordinary morality. I think it really humanizes these ancient people and shows just how deeply they cared about everyday social harmony as a direct reflection of that greater cosmic order.
Part 4. Roots of the Hermetica. We often hear the phrase, as above, so below. The cosmic order of the heavens is reflected right here in the physical world. And beautifully, Egyptian theology was directly reflected into later Greek and Roman philosophy. They laid the groundwork, and the ideas spread like wildfire. You might have heard of the Hermetica. It's a really famous collection of Greek philosophical texts traditionally attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. But modern scholarship shows us that Egyptian priests directly inspired these texts. The Egyptian concept of the creator making himself into millions of gods, that became the Hermetic idea of the one and the all, or cosmotheism. Even the concept of God acting as a divine shepherd of humanity has its very roots right here in Egyptian religion, with the sun god Ra. In Egyptian mythology, the creator god Ptah formed the world by planning it in his heart and then bringing it into reality just by speaking it into existence, a concept known as hu, or authoritative speech. And this perfectly, I mean exactly, parallels the later Western concept of the divine logos, or the word. It's the exact same fundamental idea you find in the Hermetica, and famously in the opening of St. John's Gospel. In the beginning was the Word. So the legacy of their cosmic order is woven right into the fabric of our own modern thought. I'll leave you with this provocative question to chew on. Next time you ponder the profound mysteries of the universe, the nature of morality, or the origin of creation, how much of your own spiritual or philosophical DNA is secretly ancient Egyptian? Because the blueprints for those very thoughts were drawn thousands of years ago on the banks of the Nile. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and always keep questioning the origins of what you know.